Welcome to Dice Tower Live.
Hello everybody, welcome to our little live stream. I'm going to be playing this game right here, Rescue Polar Bears, which is technically called Data and Temperature Rescue Polar Bears, or switch those two, I'm not sure. I just call it Rescue Polar Bears. So this is a cooperative game in which you are attempting to, strangely enough, rescue these polar bears while gathering data as it shows up on this board, all right? I'm going to be playing Solitaire. In Solitaire Mode, you can control between 2 and 4 ships, so you're just replicating how many people are playing, okay? So before anything else, let's double check before I get any farther here that you can see me, that you can hear me, that we're all good. And then I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick overview of how this is going to flow, just general turn overview, and I'll dive right in and start playing. Dive right in. I get it. All right. Let's do that. Let me come over here. That looks good. All right. So this is a game I've actually already reviewed. Some time ago I reviewed the original printing of this game. It either just came out or will shortly come out in a reprint edition from Mayday Games, so I figured, well, I've already reviewed it, I could do a comparison video between them, but they're actually very similar. The main differences being they cleaned up the language in this one, some of the player aids are a little bit cleaner, you know, that sort of thing. So the best way for me to show you this and get to enjoy it, you get to see a whole playthrough is, well, just doing a live solo play of it. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and kick it off, everybody. You can hear me, right? I haven't actually had anybody say, yeah, we can hear you. But I assume you would have said otherwise if you couldn't. So, you know what? I have the power of deduction on my side. Here we go. So, in the game, I'm going to be playing as 2 ships, 2 players, okay? And I am going to attempt to gather 15 data points. These are the data points over here. Yes, okay, there we go. Once I've gotten 15 of those, I win the whole thing. I lose if I lose too many polar bears and I can no longer rescue them with these helicopter tokens on this platform and that one, or the temperature goes so high and I can't bring it back down at the end of a turn. I'm going to lose that way as well. A regular round goes like this. I've already done basically most of the setup. The things that are going to change from setup to setup, from game to game, is of course the layout of the board. I've also shuffled up these tokens here that tell you which tile is being targeted to melt next. And I've already flipped one over and put it over here. It's on 17, okay? The only thing I'm missing is actually putting out a data point on the board somewhere, and that's what this deck of cards is for down here. So I'm going to flip over one of these, and it says it goes right there. The flag over here, by the way, is nothing. It's just a reference point to help you find these things a little faster. So that's largely it. And then I'm going to go ahead and start. So here's what a round looks like. I'm going to start with the green ship. That'll be player 1, player 2 down here. So here's the flow, and it's right here on the player ship board. First thing is I get my actions. I have 3 actions. That's what the 3 wheels are for. As soon as you take one, you pass that over to the next player. And the actions are, as seen here, I can move up to my speed. I can rescue a polar bear and store it up to my capacity or pick up a data token. I can drop off polar bears at one of these 2 platforms, or I could break some ice to drop the temperature and also possibly open pathways for myself. Once I've done my 3 actions, I will then roll this 20-sided die, and that tile is going to, either the bears on it will reproduce, or they will grow up from the baby bears to the grown-up bears, or neither one of those things, but then the temperature will be affected an extra step. Third step of my turn is the temperature. And so I'm going to roll this die, and this token down here representing the temperature, which starts on 8, will climb up. If it ever hits this spot or crosses it, that tile will melt. Those bears must flee, and the temperature will drop by 5 when something melts. If I break ice, by the way, the temperature drops only by 2. And I'm also hurrying the end of the game, which I have to be careful about. That's enough for you to have an idea of how this works. So we're going to go ahead and kick it off. All right, let me just check everything's cool. We are good. Let's do it. Green ship called the Icy Cape. Icy Cape. All right. My speed is 3, my capacity 2, with some possible upgrades for later on. So first action, I'm going to move. 1, 2, 3. Second action, I'm going to move. 1, 2, 3. Third and final action, I'm going to pick up a bear. And I'm going to pick up Papa Bear right here, put him on my ship. No, not there, from this one, because that's the one that's being targeted. All right, that's it. Next up, I roll this die. That's a 7. 7's right here. And there's a few steps you need to check when you get to phase 2 here. First thing is the towel even still in play? It is. Next up, are there both a male and a female there? There are not. Are there cubs? Yes, then they grow. So this baby goes away, and I can put in a mama bear right there. That's done. And then step 3, in which I roll the temperature die, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this moves up. All right. And now it is the next player's turn, or the next ship's turn. By the way, these ships do have special abilities, and I will talk about that in just a minute. So, all right, got my 3 actions over here. What do I want to do? Probably a good idea to go get that data point and also rescue some bears along the way. The speed for this one is 3. I also got a reference aid right here that tells me all these things, yes. Okay. Okay, and then the green one. Right. So first action, which I'll give back to green. 1, 2, 3. Second action. 1, 2, 3. Third action, I'm going to pick up this one. There are a differing number of little bears in the supply, so I'm trying to pick up the Papa Bears first because there's only one of those in the supply at the beginning of the game, so gotta watch out for that. That should be okay. All right, I've done my 3. I'm gonna go ahead and roll my die. 17 is actually where the melting's going to happen, which is not good, but all right. So there are cubs, it's gonna grow. If I have the choice, I must make sure that upon the cubs, the babies growing, there are a male and female, so that one's gonna be a male, so that there's a pair there. That's done. Temperature is 5. Geez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets to that spot where the 17 was. Let me double check how this goes here, but I think there is a melting right now. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Yep. All right. So this tile here is going to melt and disappear. Every bear on that tile must flee to one of the adjacent ones. Each tile can hold up to 3 bears. This one could not take anyone. So I'm going to go ahead and move this bear here. I'm going to move this bear here. This tile will go away. Let's pick it up and remove it. And the temperature is going to drop by 5. And we are going to add a new target. this target is 15. Now, even if this target was below the current temperature, it would not melt right now. It would still wait till the next turn. I mark the upcoming tile, 15, and that's it. Now it's green again. Now green has a special ability, which is I may, for one action point, draw two of those cards and put out 2 data points, 2 more on the board. All right, so let me read it. For one action, draw 2 position cards and place 2 data tokens onto the corresponding hexagons, just to make more of them available. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that. Spend an action, and I'm going to draw 2 of these. And so this puts 1 here, flag, boom, boom. And it puts 1 here. Let's see, 1 up, 2 over right here with these little bears. All right, so those are available. That was my first action. For my second action, I am going to move here. If it's normally it would take an action to pick up a bear or a data token, but if it's floating in the water, I just pick it up. There we go. And for my third and final action, I am going to go ahead and move again. I'm going to move into this spot, pick up another data token, and this tile will trigger. Now these here are normally the way you draw those, these cards up here, these special cards. And these have a one-time effect on the game. So let's see what we get. And they have to be triggered right away. So this one is decisive action. Decisive action. Choose 1. Break any ice tile and move the temperature token down by 6, or get 1 action token back. I think I will break ice. I'm going to have this little baby flee over here. I'm going to break this one, and I'm going to drop the temperature by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right there. This is done. And so is my turn's actions. I'm going to go ahead and roll this. 5. Is 5 still in play? I should keep the ones that are out visible. So these are out. 5 is definitely still in play. It is, where are you? Right there in the center. And so this little baby is going to grow up. I have to be careful because I just ran out of the adult bears. And next up, I'll go ahead and roll the temperature die. 2, that's more like it. All right, green's turn. Red's turn, not green. So red is carrying a bear as of right now. I have capacity for 1 more. I'm going to go ahead and pick 1 up for my first action. I am going to move for my second action right here. And I am going to drop off the bears. 1 papa bear, 1 mama bear. Done. Then I am going to roll this die. 5 again. Okay. Well, let's check our flow chart here. Is it still on the board? Yes. Are there a male and a female? No. Are there cubs? No. So, since there is no way for us to have any reproduction or growth happen on that tile, what happens then is it adds +1 to whatever we roll on this one, okay? That is 3, but it's going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. And then we go back to Icy Cape as our ship. By the way, the red one is called Breeze Dragon. Ooh. All right, before I keep going, let's see what's happening. Da 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 da. All right, cool. Just checking that you're all warm and happy. Okay, green, what are you gonna do? I got a lot of bears on this board. I'm only dropping 1 off, though if I pick up that one and then drop it off, I don't have to move. That might be good. I think I'll do that. I also want to put more data points on the board. Yeah, that's a good idea. So first action, I'll draw 2 of these. And these are going to put some data points on the board. So data shows up 2 and 1 over. Yep. And the other one shows up 3 over right there. That was my first action. For my second action, I'm going to go ahead and pick up Mama Bear right here. And for my third and final action, I'll drop them both off. There we go. Then we roll to see what's happening. 13. It is still in play. 13 is right here. There's a Mama Bear and a Papa Bear. If that's the case, then they make 2 babies. This tile cannot hold 2 babies, so one must be placed there. The other one must move to a neighboring tile, which is this one. Oh ho ho. There we go. And then temperature. 3. 1, 2, 3 gets to 15. That is going to melt. And so 15, unfortunately, will melt. Temperature will drop by 5. But these 2 bears cannot leave from that tile as it's melting because everything around it is filled at capacity. So both of these would fall into the water and we would deploy helicopters to pick them up. I'm going to take, well, I'll take 1 and 1. There's really no reason, but, well, I'll take both from here. It really doesn't matter. So 2 of these helicopter tokens go away to rescue those 2 bears. And I'm still good. Nothing else happens. However, that's very much a resource is going to dwindle. And so, if I ever have a bear fall into the water that I no longer have the ability to rescue, I lose the game. All right? That's how you lose, or we end up here. Now we need a new one of these data tokens. This one is 6. So we're going to put that right there. Again, it does not matter if it's already below the target point. It won't melt right now, though it's very, very likely to melt then, when we get to this step during the very next turn. And that's done. So now we are looking at red. Red, that's going to melt. It's probably okay. No, it's not. But can I even make it up here and rescue some of those bears? What's your speed, red? 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then rescue him. Yeah, I could do that. Not carrying anyone. Sure. I'll do that. So turn it around. 1, 2, 3. Do it again. For 1, 2, 3. Pick up this little smurf for the third action. That's done. Roll that. 7. It is still in play. Where is 7? Right here. There's nothing on it. Is there both a male and a female? No. Are there any baby cubs? No. There's no bears, so +1 to the temperature. Which is 3, so 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This melts. Temperature drops by 5. Puts me at 9. And we pick a new location for this, which is 14. 14 is here. That'll be the next tile to melt. All right, and now it is green's go. I'm not carrying any bears. No, I have a data point right there next to me. I definitely want to pick that up, and I definitely want to rescue these 2 because they will have nowhere to go. All right. As far as data points in the water, I think I need to stop on them. I cannot just go over them. Let me double check on that. Yep. So, first action, I'm going to move, pick up this data token. Upon doing so, as you'll see down here on the score track, at 3, 6, 9, and 12, there are these upgrade tokens. So I can give an upgrade token to one of my ships here. So what are the upgrade tokens? Well, I have green has +1 speed, +1 capacity is one of the 2 upgrade tokens. The other upgrade token is a one-time upgrade token, which lets me put 2 of the rescue helicopters into play. The other ship, Breeze Dragon, gets me both upgrades are the same, and each one is an extra action just for that ship. All of these are good, honestly, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take the 2 extra helicopters up here. All right, that was one action so far. Second action, I can move 3. 1, 2, 3, yeah. 1, 2, and I will grab that, which is a special action, which says transfer the base. I may move my base tile 1 or 2 hexagons away and put it on an ocean hexagon. Okay, my base is this one or that one, 1 or 2 spaces away. I am going to move 1, 2 spaces. There we go. And then for my last action, I'll go ahead and rescue one of these. I'll rescue that one. That's that. Roll 4 is still in play. 4 is right here. This is going to grow up. And then temperature. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm still okay, but it will very likely happen next turn. All right, back to red. Red. Okay, red. Time to pick up some people. Oh, I've only got 1 capacity left, though. Maybe I should have moved to this platform a little closer. Yeah, sort of the same thing. Okay, red. For 1 action, I'll move 3. 1, 2, 3. Second action, I'll pick up a bear. I will take you. Third action, I'm going to pick up a data point that's adjacent to me. That's the other way you can pick them up. So I'll pick that up, drop it off down here. I am at 4 of those. That's done. Roll the die. 4. I just had 4. They cannot reproduce, and there's nothing else to do there, so +1 temperature. Which is 3, so now it goes up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've breached the 14. This guy cannot flee. He sinks into the ocean, but we rescue him. And this goes away. Temperature drops by 5. And we figure out where the new hot spot is. 20. Well, that's good in some ways, bad in others. That's that. All right, let's see what you guys were thinking here. Got the extra action for the red ship. Yeah, I thought about that too. I mean, technically, the thing is, if I get the extra action, it's more, earlier is better, right? For the extra action, that makes more sense. I also wanted to make sure that by the time I get another upgrade token, if I wait too long and the choppers are gone, it wouldn't have mattered how many extra actions I had. But that's definitely the next one, which I'll get in 2 more upgrade tokens. There's still 1 on the table, and I'm probably going to add some more of them. So we'll see. Okay, that's done. That was my red ship over here. So Icy Cape is up next, and I've got my 3 actions. First action, I am going to move. No. First action, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 of these data points onto the board. Let's see where they are. So the first one's right here. This one, starting from there, is here. Second action, I'm going to move. I can move up to 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey, look at that. Pick that up. And third action, I'm going to grab one of these. Mama bear. There we go. That's done. 5. It is still in play. 5's in the center. Nothing else can happen there, though. It's just a mama bear by herself, so +1 temperature. Which is already 5, so 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Whew. And it's red. Okay, red. What is next to melt? 20. That's a major problem. Two of them can flee. 20 will melt. That could, yeah, that might work out. Okay. So, I'm thinking what I want to do here is I have to drop these bears off. That's the first thing. I have to. I can't really do much else while I'm still carrying them. And unfortunately, I'm not next to it. So that's going to take up a couple of actions anyway. Okay. So I'll move here for 1 action. Second action, I'll drop off these 2. There you go. And that was my second action. And for my third action, I'll go ahead and move to there so I can pick up one of these cards. We'll remove this from the board and see what I got. It says, Precise Prediction. Flip over 3 alert tokens from the alert token supply. 1, 2, 3. And these are going to be my choices until all 3 are gone. So I got 2, 11, and 16 for these, for the tiles. So what that means is now when the 20's gone, I will be able to pick which of those 3 would be the next one, okay? And I can, get a little more planning going on that way. All right, so that's done. I'll go ahead and roll. 19. 19 is still in play. Where is 19? There it is, in the center. It's a full family already. They have 2 babies, and there already is a baby there, so these 2 have to flee. I'll put them both there. And then I roll the temperature die, which is 3. 1, 2, 3. That breach is 20. 20 is going to melt. There are 3 characters here. So I'll move over 2 of them. Papa here falls in the water. I'm going to rescue him with a helicopter. 20 goes. As it melts, it will cool down the waters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not great, but better. And then I pick a new one. They're all going to melt next. It does not matter. I just have to figure out where they are. So 11 is right here, next to the green boat that's filled. That's not great. 2 is gone already. So I should get another one of these, actually. So 18 is way down there and not too bad. So you know what? 18 it is. There we go. Yeah, I had already broken 1 piece of ice before, which is why I got one of these, which was already gone. That's going to happen sometimes. All right, here we go. Green, do some things. I'm not even worrying about that. 16 and 11 are going to be next. I don't have the capacity for any more. 3. Ugh. There's still 2 data points on the board. Fine. First action, green. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 here. Second action, I'm going to drop off these bears. Mama bear and another mama bear. And then final action. What do I want to do? I should pick up some bears. The bears. Pick up the bears. I'll take up this one. Yeah. All right. 13. It is not out, so it's still in play. 13 is right here. I guess I picked wrong. Oh. I took one from 12. Should have taken it from 13. That's not good. Man. All right. Mama bear, Papa bear have 2 baby bears, and they both have to leave that tile because it's full. One can fit there where I just made space. The other one, though, has to be rescued. And there goes another chopper. That's not good. Ah! And then temperature. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 18 is going to melt. This little dude can simply run here. 18 is going to drop the temperature. This is done. And then we put out one of these. So it could be 11 or it could be 16. 16 looks like a winner. There you go. Good luck, little fellers. All right, red. Save the world. Yeah. First action, I'm going to pick up a data point right here on this tile next to me. That gives me one of these, which gives me an extra action. It immediately takes effect. Second action, move here. Third action, pick up this bear. Fourth action, and I keep this, pick up this bear. Ha-ha! Then we roll this one. 2 is out. So that's all there is to it, plus 1 temperature. 3, so 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16 goes down, no one on it, so yay. And our temperature drops 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This goes, and now unfortunately, it has to be 11. Oh, this is gonna hurt. All right. I've still got a data point out, so I wouldn't see a new one. Green, you are up. I only have capacity for 1 bear, but I am next to it, so I'll just spend 1 action, pick up one of these. Second action, drop them off. Third action, pick up one of these. Come here, baby. Go baby bear. It's still not great, but it is better. And if I had moved back and forth, it would have worked out worse. So we're going to go with that. Rolling. 7. 7 is still in play somewhere. It's right down there. There's nothing on it. So plus 1 temperature. 2, so 3. 1, 2, 3. 11 melts. Everybody's got to flee. We are going to say that these 2 flee. This one falls in the water, and I rescue it. I have 2 helicopters left. 11 goes. Temperature drops by 5. Brings me down to 12. There we go. And I need a new one. Let's go with this one. 8. That's Okay, I guess. I really need to get going with these data points, though. I'm not even halfway. That's the problem here. Oh. All right, red, it's up to you. You got 4 actions now. Make it happen. 8's gonna melt. Oh, and I'm full. My ship is full. I gotta go get that data point over there. All right, first action, I'm gonna move here. I definitely should have moved this platform as opposed to that one. That was a dumb move. Second action, I'm dropping off the bears. Duck you bears. Third action, third action. 1, 2, 3 to there. Fourth action, I'm picking up this dude. There we go. Yeah, that's going to cost me another helicopter, but I can't do anything about it. All right, so let's roll. Maybe more. Oh. Bam, 5. 5 is still in play. It's in the center. It's mama bear, baby bear. So the cub grows up, and it has to be a male. That's the way that has to work out. And then temperature. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 definitely melts. He falls in the water. Or is it a she? She falls in the water. Another helicopter rescue. And the temperature drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's figure out what's next. Ooh, 5. Jeez. Where is 5? Why can't it be this guy? That's my problem. Oh no, this is gonna be nasty. I think this might be game, folks. Green. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Let's see what I'm stumped here. Let's see, any questions? Pick up 1 bear for 1 action, yes. Shave the bears if you have to, but it's really a waste of time. What else we got? Misa bear's gonna die? You's are crazy. I'm basically just delaying the inevitable, folks. My baby bears. Okay, 3 actions. I need to get every bear off of that tile, which is not possible. 1, 2, 3. That won't work. It will not work. I don't think I can get it. Maybe if I get to a special tile. My speed is what? 3? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. That's 1 action. 1, 2, 3. That's another action. And then I might be able to get in here for another action and just do like a Hail Mary pass on that one. Okay. 1, 2, 3. First action. If you've got a better idea, let me know. 1, 2, 3. Second action. And I'm popping in here for my third and final action. And I'm going to draw a card, which is going to save all of the bears. Check it out. Bam! Massive collection. Flip over 3 position cards and put 1 data token on each of the indicated positions. No, that doesn't help me. Oh, are there any -6s on here? No. Okay, so I would do that. I would draw the cards and put them out. But after that, I would then do this. I'll go ahead and finish this out for you. let's say that the data points showed up in places that are very, very mocking places. Say, for example, something like this, where clearly if that person had another go, they could clean house, but they won't. And then I would roll this. It's a 4. 4 is in play. There's a baby there, so it's going to grow up. And then I roll this one, which is 3. 1, 2, 3. That's above the 5, but of course, this will melt. And now these 3 got nowhere to go, so they're going to go right here. 5, temperature drops, all of that. I have 1 helicopter, so who wants to go home with me? This is too sad. I can't even. I'll take them all. That is it, unfortunately, because at least 1 bear fell into the water without being rescued. That's game. As I said, that's how you lose. Or if after, at the end of a turn, at the end of any turn, if the temperature tile is in these 5 spots here, then you lose. It's okay if it's a 20 up here, and after I breach it, since the tile melts, it drops me back down. That's okay. It's just if it stays up there. As you can see, I got to 6 of those tiles of the data tokens. I needed 15 for a 2-player game. You need 20 for a game with more players, 3, 4. But there are more ships in play. So I'll go ahead and show you some of these now. And also, if you want to throw some questions at me, such as why and how could you, and you're a monster. I guess it's not a question. Are you a monster? That's a question. All right, let's take a look at some of these other ships. There we go. Okay, so red ship you already saw, green ship you saw, Icy Cape there. We've got White Wave over here. Let me check out his stats. So White Wave has a speed of 6, but capacity of 0, starting capacity of 0. So the unlockables here are +1 capacity, +1 capacity. Super fast. Good to run around and pick up data points, certainly, but no capacity until you upgrade. Really neat, though. Got the blue ship here, the Arctic, and that is speed 4, capacity 1, special ability. Does this one have a special ability? Oh, yeah. The White Wave here, when you break ice voluntarily, you drop the temperature by 5, not by 2. That's awesome. Arctic here. Speed 3, capacity of 1. The special ability is when you stop on a supporting tile, you draw 2 of the support cards, and you activate 1 of those. Pretty cool. And then the unlockables are flip 3 alert tokens, just like that card did earlier. And this one over here is shuffle the support card discard pile into the deck, and then let me see, shuffle the support card discard pile. Oh, no, you don't shuffle it in. Just shuffle what's been discarded, and you execute 2 of those discarded ones. So good later on once you've discarded a few of those. Very nice. And then lastly, we've got Polaris, which is speed 2, capacity 3. The unlockables are +2 speed, +1 capacity. And the special ability is when taking the loading action, you may load 2 bears instead of 1 for a single action. They can come from the same hex or from different hexes. This feels like an excellent beginning player ship also. It makes me think of some of the powers in Pandemic or something like that, where it's just real straightforward, like, oh, you cure with 5 cards? Well, just do it with 4. This is the same feeling. The 2 unlockables are really straightforward, and when you load 2. That's it. I like that a lot. It's a good one. I would probably give that to a new player if I was going to play with someone new. But anyway, that's basically it. I wanted to give you more than trying to win or anything. I definitely wasn't trying. I got this, but I don't want to make you feel bad if you happen to be playing at home and you're like, oh boy, I'm doing so badly, but Z is clearly so good at this. You know, he's always telling the truth. His throat doesn't get dry or anything when he lies. Oh, I'm parched. Anyway, what was it talking about? I just wanted to give you a look at the game and see how it works. That's all, really. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and switch over here to the top camera. And let me know if you have any questions, guys and gals. If you do not, I'll sign off in just a bit. But, yeah, let me know what's happening. So Roxanne says, we've played all the ships now and the balance is good. I would agree with that. I think the balance is good. +1 for Nemo's War live play. That's a beast of a game. I've actually been messing with it. I intend to do a review of it at some point, Nemo's War 2nd edition. But yeah, it's a tough, there's a lot of moving parts. I've been enjoying it, but setup is a beast. It's lengthy, it's very involved. Yes, I like the story, I like the mechanisms, but I would probably not be comfortable with that game for a long time to do something live with it. Okay, so what is the strategy behind picking up Papa Bear versus Mama Bear versus Baby Bear when you have all three to choose from? There's a couple of things. It depends on what's left in the supply. That's part of it. Also, breaking up chains is part of it, right? So the chains are, again, if there's a mom and a dad, that's the first thing you would check on a tile. If I look at this tile here, and there's a mom and a dad, I'll show you here. So here, mom, dad, if there is such a thing, they make 2 cubs. This would be a problem, seeing as to how this is full, okay? If that's not the case, and there are any babies, then they just grow. So if I was going to remove one from here, taking this one is fine, but I'm not breaking that chain. And so it makes 2 babies, one can stay, the other one's got to migrate anyway. If I break the chain with one of the grown-ups, once this tile hits, the baby will grow up into the other sex. It has to, that's the rules. So I cannot put another mama bear here, it has to be the grown-up. And I've prevented having +1 added to my temperature die. Those are some of the reasons why you might do something like that. All right, let's see. What exactly is on your t-shirt? It says Z's, Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's a restaurant t-shirt, which I got when I was in Grand Rapids, and it's a restaurant called Z's, so yes, I'll take it. Okay. What's your most anticipated upcoming co-op game? Pandemic Fall of Rome. Whoo! I was dancing a jig the day that got announced. I was going out of my mind. That's the one I'm most excited about. Price point for this. I'm sorry, I don't know the price point, but that's just a quick search online. I couldn't tell you though. I'm sorry, I don't know. Any ideas for what solo games you might consider doing live soon? Yeah, maybe. I was thinking I might do one of the spin-off Pandemic games. And I was also thinking of possibly doing another 2 smaller co-op games. One of them likely being The Lost Expedition. We just had an expansion for that come out. I just reviewed it, in fact. And that should be... You should be able to watch that in a couple of days, in a few days. So I'm likely to do that one. But then I'd have to find a companion piece to that, just like I did the last time with Paper Tales and Space Park. I've done Coffee Roaster before. Yeah, I did play that. I could always go back to that one, maybe. Yeah. Have I ever made a video in Spanish? No, I have not done that. Just saw my copy of this shipped. Thanks for the solo play. Oh, okay, well, there you go. So you should be getting them soon, those of you who backed it. And hopefully this was useful to you to give you an idea of what you're getting into. You know, I really enjoy this one, Solitaire. I was obviously narrating and all that stuff, you know, and trying to keep that active. But playing multiplayer, playing solitaire, it works out about the same, and it's really neat. I love having the ships with special powers. I like having to, this idea, which is one of my favorite things in co-ops, where there's a goal, but you better be doing this other thing over here, which does not really have anything to do with your goal, but it just stops you. And so those data points are sitting there mocking you, but I can't walk by and leave the bears behind, because that's going to be a problem, right? So yeah, this really works very well. All right. Any thoughts or expectations about the new Pandemic Fall of Rome? I'm just excited about it. I don't really know anything about it. I haven't played a prototype, anything like that, and I wouldn't want to. I want to see these things when they're done. I want that first experience to be the best possible experience. So I'm waiting for it. I'd love to check it out. I'd love to play it a bunch, but yeah, I don't really know. It just looks great. I like everything that on the surface that I can sort of, gather sounds good to me. All right. Thank you, Jules. Appreciate it. And thanks to all of you. In fact, I think I'm going to wrap it up, everybody. I appreciate you tuning in and checking this out with me. Always happy to have folks join me for these solo plays. I'm going to keep on doing them if you'll keep on joining me, all right? That's it for me. I'm Z Garcia. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at coolstuffinc.com.